I'm working in Belgaum, Karnataka as a shoulder and arthroscopic surgeon. Let's go into the topic directly. Proximal humerus fractures. 80% of the proximal humerus fractures are managed conservatively. So debate is only 15 to 20%. 15 to 20% displaced fractures needs attention and operative treatment. Before starting the actual presentation, I would like to go last 20 years literature, what it says. In Journal of Shoulder and Elbow, they studied natural history of this complex proximal humerus fractures. It shows that although malunion is universal, most patients eventually become relatively pain-free with sufficient motion and strength to perform basic activities. There is no difference between conservative and operative treatment even in severe proximal humerus fractures. And another good paper, they compared with osteosynthesis and hemiarthroplasty and outcomes in conservative case series. It also shows that both techniques are similar. Plating done when stable fixation can be achieved with good condition for revascularization. And recent papers in 2020, Journal of Shoulder and Elbow, which was the reverse shoulder arthroplasty for acute fractures, comparison to plating and hemiarthroplasty. It concluded that reverse shoulder appears to provide superior range of motion earlier and more predictable than hemi and plating. And one more recent paper, it concluded that reverse shoulder replacement for proximal humerus are increasing and for hemiarthroplasty surgeries are decreasing, but the plating remains constant for the last 20-30 years. So one Cochrane review study, it shows that multiple meta-analysis, it is unclear whether operative intervention even for specific fracture types will provide consistent better long-term outcomes. There is a need for good quality of evidence for management of these fractures. So where are we stand now? Let us discuss. Before doing any procedure, you do fix or replace. You should know these three things: head neck shaft angle 135 degree you have to maintain, and retroversion 30 to 40 degree. And one more thing, GT always lies 7 mm below the superior surface of the articular surface of the humerus head. And one should know the deforming forces. Here deforming forces, subscap pulls medially and pectoralis major pulls shaft medially and supra-infra pulls posterior superiorly. And you should know the vasculature of the humerus head. Majority of the blood supply comes from the posterior circumflex humeral artery. You should never damage anterior circumflex or posterior circumflex. Whenever you get a proximal fractures, thorough history is very important. Energy of trauma, if there is a high energy or low energy. And any history of previous orthopedic, like distal radius fracture neck vertebra, it shows that previous history, it's an osteoporotic fracture. And prior level of function means patient was able to lift the shoulder, rotator cuff function before the trauma. Assessment, when I see the patient, first I see arm how it is held at extensive ecchymosis or any other chest injuries. And palpation is obviously tenderness, range of movement difficult to perform. Neurovascular, never forget, most common injuries, axillary never get injury. There only I ask the patient to do OK sign. It means median nerve is intact. Thumbs up, radial nerve is intact. Finger crossing means ulnar nerve is intact. Check the pulse. Surgical approach. Recent paper, delta pectoral compared to split, delta split is superior. Randomized control study. And I take basic views, true AP, scapular Y, axillary view. This is how you take a true AP 30 degree and scapular Y view and axillary view. What if axillary view cannot take because there is a fracture? Then you can take a well-piece view like this. CT is must and 2-part, 3-part. It includes assessment of fracture and head split or not. Head split, always replace, no fixation. And MR is just for completion. What I look in the X-ray? Very good paper, Hurtle, he says that if metaphyseal extension, you can see in the first slide, if it is more than 9 mm, good vascularity. Less than 9 mm, poor vascularity. And medial hinge, you can see medial hinge. Undisplaced less than 2 mm, good supply. More than 2 mm displacement, poor vascularity. And I always see the cortex. deltoid tuberosity detects is very simple. You can see, you can do in X-ray. You internal diameter F, external diameter at the deltoid tuberosity F divided by G internal diameter. If it is less than 1.4, means it is a osteoporosis. Treatment options. Whether it is a 4-part fracture or 40-part fractures, if it is undisplaced, there is no dispute, conservative treatment. Typical conservative like arm sling embolization or slap, minimum displace less than GT less than 5 mm, and treatment algorithm is typical. And here comes the operative treatment. Surgical versus non-surgical treatment in displaced fractures. It shows that there is no significant difference between a surgical treatment and non-surgical, 2 years follow-up study. And one more study, operative versus non-operative, they also said that did not significantly improve, operation did not significantly improve the functional outcome and health-related quality of the life compared to the non-operative. So controversy exists. So what is the optimal treatment in surgical treatment? It is whatever the treatment you fix or replace, goal you should remember. Restore the head neck angle at 130 degree. Reduction, union of the tuberosity. Key of success of hemiarthroplasty is the union of the tuberosity. Sufficient stability to allow early mobilization. Maintain the head vascularity. So what are options? Option depends upon the bone quality, fracture 2-part, 3-part, 4-part, functional department. Patient says, sir, I want full range of movement and early. So what is the age? That's very important. So options are close reduction, internal fixation, intramedullary nailing is available, and plating or just unique is also is there, hemi and reverse shoulder. So this is a 2-part fracture with good bone stock. K-wire fixation percutaneous is good. But problem with K-wire, loosening, migration and early motion is very difficult. So we modify this in our institute. We bend the K-wires and fix those superior K-wires and inferior K-wires like an external fixer, like this. So we can easily early mobilize the patients. Pin migration, loosening is less. Next is osteosynthesis. ORIF is a very beautiful plate. This is Philos plate. It's a low profile anatomical design, polyaxial. You should do always suture tensioning after fixation. Otherwise GT will fly away. The problem with this plate or this whole construct is the medial part. You should always do anatomical Gothic acid reduction, because unlike other fractures, you will not get a bipodal fixation here. So after open reduction, it should have a stable construct like this, and patients in the 3 months follow, patient will have a very good union and movements. Intramedullary nailing is indicated in 2-part surgical neck fractures. Like this, surgical neck fractures you can do. Multi-locking are also available. Then I do hemi. 4-part head split, osteoporotic, and head more than 40% is gone. This is the hemi done by our colleague. Hemis are hard. You don't take it easily. Hemi should be done. This is done as hemi should be done in an anatomical fashion. The GT and LT should hug the prosthesis nicely, and you should put a bone graft rod. This is patient. Yesterday only he has said, I have done this 6 years back. He is a farmer. He is doing a hemi with local implant. He is doing very good. So it is not the implant. Problem with hemi is not the hemi. It is the GT union is the problem. His head split was there. Hemi was done. So fracture dedicated processes also available. I don't have any experience with just unique. This is and one more just unique along with fibular. This plating you can do a fibular stud graft. Is literature shows very good results with fibular stuff. It will maintain the median hinge. Reverse shoulder is often more predictable. Flexibility is there, reliability, ease of use, because you will got cemented, uncemented options. Lot of sizes are there. When I consider reverse, more than 70 years, poor tuberosity, communicated, complex, and in failed plate and failed hemi are the reverse shoulder. Results of reverse shoulder are very good. Randomized control study. In summary, 80% of the proximal humerus are conservative. Young patient with displacement, you should plate all 3-part and 4-part fractures. Fix it in elderly, suture must, you should respect the rotator cuff. Arthroplasty is reserved for only non-reconstructable, poor bone and comorbidities. Option of arthroplasty, keep standby whenever you are doing the plating, difficult cases. Thank you very much.